Hey junkie friends, this is Junkyard Farm Girl and I'm here to talk to you today about the Porch pickup or shipped Dreamcatcher kits that I'm going to be offering. So we're going to go through some materials, I'm going to lay out some options, and we'll go from there, okay? Here's a great size range comparison for you on these Dreamcatchers. This is a small, okay, this ring is little bitty. It's about 2 full inches outside diameter. This is a medium size. It's closer to 2 3/4, 3 inches, and then this one's about 4 across. Okay, so this is the one I just did for myself. It has dangly with a special little token on it from my bestie from the past. She gave me this and I broke the chain on it and I wanted to use it for something special, and I thought this is perfect because I'm making this Dreamcatcher to hang in my truck. So I used this really cool leopard print fabric, and this is what I've got a basic kit put together for is the materials to do this, but I can do any size of ring. Let's go over to the rings. Sorry. So this is small. This is extra small right here. This one's pretty cool because it's actually bent from the force of horses. So I think it's pretty cool, but that's an extra small. This is an extra small, but a heavy. It's really thick. This is much thinner metal. Then this is medium, okay? So these are all pretty much the same thickness of metal, but some of the rings are just barely a little bit smaller than the others. So those are the mediums, and then these are larges, which is what I used for mine. So this is a heavy, so it's much thicker metal, you can tell, than all these, okay? So you can tell me which one of these you might want, what size, or you can specify which ring, okay? Just let me know. And then these ones over here that I have laid out, they are all really rusted, kind of bent. They have lots of character. I think this one would be really neat wrapped and made into a Dreamcatcher, or even just left alone, all rusty like that. But that's a large, and it's all rusted up, pockmarked. This is a medium, basically, that's really worn, and you can see where it's been jerked on by horses and worn. And then this is large, and it's all rusted up, but still pretty cool. So first you're going to tell me what ring you want, okay? Then from there, you can tell me if you want the leopard print or if you want a mix of fabrics. And I'm going to tell you what I'm talking about right now. This one is a leopard, okay? And with the leopard, you would get the strands to do the wrapping on the ring. You would get a few pieces as a splash of color, like I have here. See, I've got some splashes of color in there. And you could always provide your own too. Just tell me what you want. But the standard kit is going to come with this, okay? So this is the leopard kit. Has the wrapping, the lots of streamers in this color. And then it also has, for the braid at the top, see, here's the braid. With mine, I used 2 strands of leopard and 1 strand of really deep green. And it turned out really neat, and I used a concho at the top. And my concho is a coppery color. All right, so that's what I used for mine. So for the dangle on this one, I did 2 strands of leopard and then this really bright, cheery strand of yellow with some brown in it. It looked really great with the leopard. And then you would have your choice of conchos. I've got silver. I've got the black tarnished. This one's round. These are oblong. Let's call this the round star. Let's call this the black tarnish. This is the large silver. This is oblong pewter or oval pewter, oval silver, and then there's the copper, and then there's a bronze. So you can take your pick of the colors of those. So if you see for the bead here on mine, I used a brass bead and then a brown one and then some check beads with some turquoise, a brass bead, and then my main dangle. So I have one laid out right here that is... Oh, and then I have a tiny feather here on this one. On these others, this is a bigger bundle of feathers. These are pheasant feathers that I bundled up myself and glued onto this. So if you need something like this, I can add it to your package. You would call that like a bracelet end, basically. But all you do is glue your feathers into this little tube that has a loop at the top. Okay, so I had all this gathered up. This would be your feather that would dangle down. This one actually has the feather on the end of the dangle. We could do that. I have a lot of peacock feathers too, so I can do peacock feathers. These are quail feathers. I have several more of those, and there's even turquoise ones. And here's a brass bead, a turquoise bead, a copper bead. Here's a brown bead, silver, and your dangle for the end. And then I also threw in like a jump ring to add the feather. Like I did here, I used a copper jump ring, but you can kind of tell there. Okay, so throw in a concho and throw that stuff together, and you have all the makings of a dream catcher. So you can either do front porch pickup for 12 or shipped for 15. A couple of other options I want to show you, and I say a couple with tongue in cheek. There's quite a few things here, but these are the check beads. Here's a little Thunderbird Phoenix thing that could be put on one. This is a nice fat dangle bead. Oh, there's the other one. I have two of those actually. That with the turquoise would look really cool. Or if you had a cool piece of jewelry that you had broken or whatever that would look cool at the bottom that means something to you. I want to do something with this one too, but it's not for sale. It's from another good friend. It's a little compass thing. And it talks about never losing sight of your true north. So if you have something special to yourself, by all means, use it on this deal. Or if you have a really cool old rayon shirt that could be torn up to look like this leopard stuff, or any of this, this is all synthetic material that I got at the fabric outlet. So then you've also got all these check beads and all these colored beads. You want to go with beads that have a larger hole in the center so that you can thread and thread them on there easier. Okay, so anyway, so there's the Dreamcatcher kit. Just reply to the comment where I post this video if you're interested in one of the kits, and we'll talk. I recorded a new video this afternoon that is a DIY tutorial for doing this project from start to finish. So I'm there to support you all the way through. I still have a little bit of editing to do on it before I can upload it. So might be tomorrow before we can see that, and I'll put it here on this thread that it's been posted. So this is not a difficult project. You know, a big chunky needle is what I used, you know, for the most part to do the threading, building the webbing in the center, because that's the challenge of this, is that it's a tiny thing. It's really cute, and but it doesn't take very long to do it. Like, maybe if I'm taking my time, 30 minutes from start to finish, 45 minutes tops. So it's not a big project, but it's something new. And you might end up experimenting a little bit more on the end of it with finding rings from different things and making more dream catchers. So just reply on here and let me know if you want one of these kits, and we'll get together through Messenger and work out the details. Thanks. I hope I helped you create something today.